Hey, welcome to another episode of Ask a Clinician. Today we have a very special guest with us here.
Hi, I'm Shari Gackle, and I do the office work here at Progressive.
And as we all know, she's usually your favorite person at the office. But today she is here to kind of help us with some phone stuff. So a lot of times we get questions um, from you guys about answering phones, but then also Sherry's got some really good tips for you guys about when you call for an appointment, when you call to schedule something. So,
Yes, the biggest tip I can give you is to always identify yourself when you're calling somebody.
okay,
So if I answer the phone and say, "Hi, this is Shari at Progressive," your first response should be your name and why you're calling.
perfect.
So just a quick example, I would say, "Hi, this is Shari Gackle, and I'm calling to reschedule an appointment with Cam today."
Perfect. And then if you know your original appointment time, you can add in, I'm calling to reschedule my 9 o'clock appointment. Are there any other available times? Something like that.
Something like that. Yep.
Perfect. So always being kind of forthright with your name and the important information is really helpful for office staff because Sherry's got a lot of work to do, and the easier you make it on her, the easier it is for her to continue doing that job. So now, can you give us some of your tips for when you're fielding calls? Because I
Oh,
know
sure.
it can be difficult when there's 1,000 things going on, and you got a receptionist or a nurse or somebody trying to tell you when your next appointment is and things like that.
Yep, that's very good. Even when I'm making phone calls, if I don't have a piece of paper with me at that time, I'll say, "Hold on a second, I'm gonna grab a piece of paper," and I always try to write down who's calling. So if a nurse is
So
calling,
who's calling?
I'll write down their first name so that I have, even if you might need it later, who was it that I talked to? So I
Mm,
write down their first name and then why they're calling. If they're switching an appointment, if they're calling for needing notes, whatever, I'll write that information down on a piece of paper always.
perfect. Any other tips from a pro?
No, just no, I can't think of anything else.
Okay. So you heard it from the best source. Sherry gave you her tips and tricks for calling in to schedule appointments and things like that, and also for taking information from those people. Thanks again for joining us. Hope you guys have a good holidays. Anything else you want to add?
Merry Christmas. Have a
There we
great
go.
holiday.
See, wasn't that bad. Sherry's first video, right, you guys? I hope you guys are excited.